Stitchers.
Hi.
How's everybody?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, welcome to another video. This is number 9, Flosstube number 9 for Garnet Rose Stitchers.
Yes.
I'm Jeanette.
I'm Cheryl.
And today is Tuesday, August 2nd, 2023. I cannot believe we're in August already.
I don't have time for this.
No. So.
My kid's birthday is in 2 days, and I'm like, I have a lot to do. Anyway.
So if everybody else's year has like flown by, it's been insane. And I'm trying to catch up and I just can't. I can't.
I can't either.
We're trying though.
It's fine.
So anyway. So yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
So glad you guys are here. I can't believe we're on Flosstube number 9.
I know.
So cool.
Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense. We started in February.
Yeah.
So done
We're
one
cruising.
every like 2 to 3-ish weeks.
Yeah,
Maybe,
we're trying
sorta,
to
kinda.
So anyway, but you guys have been awesome. We are so grateful for all of your support and encouragement, and
we got a lot of new subscribers, which is so, you know, welcome to everybody who's new, and thanks for all the old ones who've come back.
Continue to support us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've had lots of shout outs from Flosstube folks as well. So the August 1823 Stitchers, they're a new Flosstube as of the last time I checked, which was like yesterday. They had one video, and it was kind of cool. They did like a shout out for all their favorite Flosstubes based off of a genre.
Yeah.
And we won like the comedy one.
That's actually really fitting for us,
I guess,
because thank you.
We're a bunch of goobs over here. Teresa Kogut shouted us out, mostly shouted out Jeanette and said how amazing she is, and called her friend. And I was like, dang, she's got like Teresa Kogut's her friend. Like, so does that mean that Teresa Kogut's my friend too by extension?
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
No, she's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Samantha from Hygge Stitcher, she shouted us out again. And Stitching with the Sisterlies also shouted us out. And I think Cheryl or one of the sisters
came into the store.
Yeah, she came into the shop.
And I knew it was so weird too. You ever do one of those double takes?
Where you're like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see somebody like out of place.
Yes.
And just like, wait a minute.
You're like, but you're like,
you. And I'm like, I think that's Stitching with the Sisterlies. And sure enough, she was. And she was super sweet. And she cruised around the store and she bought some stuff and she was wonderful.
I did that with Shanda the first time I ever met her.
Mm-hmm.
And that was hilarious because she was like, yes, I am. Who are you, weirdo? And I'm like, I swear, I know you on internet. Like, because I'd actually talked to her on the internet before, like through YouTube.
So anyway.
Yes. So thank you everybody who shouted us out. And if you know of someone who has shouted us out and you saw them on a Flosstube, comment on one of our videos and let us know so that we can go and like check their channel out if we're not aware of who they are. I mean, I watch a lot of Flosstube as it is, but I mean, there's so many new Flosstubers. I mean, obviously we're still new, but like there's a lot of new ones. Like there's a few that have just put out Flosstube ones because it's like the season of the mid-year whip parade. So like everyone's deciding to make like a whip parade, and I'm like, I love long videos because then it's like long whip parades and you get to see all the things. Then you're like taking notes of like.
Oh yeah, Teresa Kogut's last one was over 2 hours. I was so happy.
Oh.
Because I put it in and I get to just listen.
You're funny because you said you put it in like it's a video, like it's a videotape.
Okay, you know what? I don't need to be up on all of the, you know,
the lingo.
Whatever. Put it in, okay? Like, you know, video, VHS. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, I love you.
Whatever. Put it on while I was sewing, and it was amazing.
Okay, so just for the record, for everybody, if you're not aware, I'm usually just kidding. And you don't take it personal.
Usually.
Okay, no, actually all the time.
She's
always. She doesn't take it personal.
No.
I'm just teasing her.
No,
and
it's
she
fine.
teases me too. She just doesn't do it while the camera's on.
I never tease.
Lies. Complete
I would
lies.
never ever do that.
Complete lies. Complete lies. Okay, so
anyways,
we had, was it, okay, so I think it was Flosstube 7.
Yes.
So there's been another like Flosstube extra in there where I unboxed my Frogwarts box.
That was fun.
So if you haven't watched that and you're interested in Harry Potter swag, check it out.
Really
I did get a message on, well, not me, but personally, but like I'm part of the Frogwarts Facebook group for Black Needle Society, and they're going to be posting stuff soonish for like the vault things. So like
cool.
the extra box swag. So I'm like, okay. Because, yeah, so I'm like a total goob, and I'll explain why I'm a goob when we get to that whip, because that's a whip.
That's
fine. Okay, so we had two Flosstubes ago, we had a subscriber giveaway where we were giving away this super cute Debbie Mom pattern, this here. And Jeanette made this super cute little bag, and it fits perfectly in there. And we drew a winner, but we never heard anything from them, and it's been a while. So we're redrawing.
Sorry. So if you won originally and couldn't get a hold of us, we apologize.
Yeah, sorry. But so this is the new winner.
Heather Ryder 6784.
Yes.
So you are our winner.
So we just pulled another comment from that video, and that was the winner. So Heather, if you want to give us a jingle jangle, there's an email below in the description box. If you want to send us an email and say you won with your handle and all that jazzy jazz.
And then your mailing address.
Yeah,
so
that's
I know
important.
where to send it.
Important detail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, I have no idea where it goes.
Yes.
And thank you very much for participating.
I think you've been a subscriber from the beginning, because I went and checked to see if you were a subscriber, and it had a little thing next to her, and so I was able to like hover on it on the YouTube like creator thing, and it said that she's been a YouTube subscriber for 5 months. So she found us relatively early. So thanks, Heather.
Thank you very much for your support.
Yeah. So we'll have another giveaway soon. You know, maybe when we get around 1,000 or something.
Pretty close.
Yeah, we're over 800 now, which is pretty neat. So
I can't believe there's 800 people that subscribe to our channel.
I know, that are like, oh yeah, they're pretty cool. Let's do this.
It's like, wow. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So, no, actually,
don't lose that.
Yeah, let's not lose this. Okay, so there's that.
We're good.
Okay, and I need to make a little clarification thing about us as peoples. There have been videos where the shop or us have been talked about.
Maggie's on Main.
Yeah, Maggie's on Main has been talked about in conjunction with us. And I need to make the clarification that we are not the owners.
No.
So it is owned by Maggie and Frank, and we work there.
Yes.
So we don't really have any decision-making power. And we
have zero.
Yeah, and we are also like not the ones putting on the retreat either. That's Maggie's on Main putting on the retreat.
We're participating, but not
because we work there.
Yeah.
So we're helping to, you know, make it fun and stuff, and doing all the stuff behind the scenes. So we talk about it on our channel, because if you go to the retreat, it benefits us, because then we have a job.
Yeah.
And
job security.
So, and also because it's fun times, right? Like, who doesn't want to know about a retreat? So anyways, so I just wanted to make that clarification so people were aware that we have our own stuff outside of Maggie's on Main. Jeanette has her bags. I have my design company and all that stuff. So we are not owners, but we work there.
Yes.
So, and if you have any questions,
grateful to work there.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about anything, you know, email us or message us below or whatever. So, yes. Oh, and in case anyone is questioning about this behind us, this quilt is called My Happy Place. It was designed by Lori Holt, because of course it was. I think we love her. Yeah. So, I custom quilted this on my long arm, and yeah, it was fun.
Awesome.
And it's hand embroidered, hand appliqued.
It's such a fun quilt.
And custom hand guided machine quilted.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Me.
Yep.
So that, in case anyone is wondering what this is, because isn't this our happy place? It's my happy place.
It's my happy place.
We got thread, we got cross stitch, we got cute scissors. Those are supposed to be crochet flowers.
Oh,
Those up there.
Yeah.
Crochet flowers. Obviously a sewing machine. Speaking of sewing machines, that's not so happy. It's my featherweight's foot is broken.
Oh no.
So I have to send it in to get fixed. So I printed out the form. I'm paying for that tonight, later, and I'm sending it off because Lucy's got a broken foot and I'm sad. I'm using my grandma's machine. I redid my whole sewing area. It's no longer over there now. It's over here. And
it's so awesome.
It's happy, fun stuff over there.
Yeah, it's super, super awesome.
So in the meantime, I get this vintage machine to look at and my grandma's vintage machine, which is also a Singer, but it's a vintage 1953 1591.
Oh.
In a cabinet, the original cabinet. I actually have a whole write-up on Pinterest about what kind of cabinet it is, like all the different finishes it came in. Yeah, I'm a dork. Hi.
Wow.
Yes,
okay.
I'm a nerd. So anyways, stitching. Okay, so here's my book of days for July. So last time we met was on July 9th. That's when we last filmed. So this is where I'm at. And you can see like Harry Potter stickers. You're welcome. Yeah. So
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. So I have everything written out, and now we are in August, and I started putting fun things on here, and crafting each day keeps the crazy away. True story. Well, yeah, sometimes. Anywho, so that's what I got going.
Awesome.
How many WIPs? You have 2 WIPs. You have more finishes than WIPs.
I have 4 FFOs.
Because she is like on fire. You know which one you need to finish next? What? Is that camping one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll work on that one next. Yes. So, I'll bring it next time.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time over the last month working on finishing projects, so I haven't really worked on anything new.
That's really cute.
So I have a couple.
Wow.
I have 2 current WIPs that I'm working on. One of them is a secret. So I'll show you, but I'm not going to show you. Yeah. I'll show you the stitching, but you can't see what the pattern is.
Is it Stitch West?
Yes.
I have no idea what it is.
I know.
She knows more about mine than I know about you. I didn't know you. Okay.
Anyway, so I'll show you, but it'll have to be a work in progress because I can't show the whole thing yet.
Well, yeah, like you can't see any more of mine.
I know.
Because then you know what it is.
It's fun, but you have to see because it's cute.
Okay, well then I'll do a WIP.
Okay.
So I started Frogwarts. I was part of the Black Needle Society, which obviously you know if you watch the video. And this is how far I got. Oh, hold on. Pattern. Yes.
Pattern would help.
You know, one of these days.
Is that the port key?
It's the freaking port key. I know. Right? It's like so freaking good.
Look at me knowing the things.
You know things. I'm so proud of you. Okay. So.
That one's one of my favorites so far. I love that one.
It's good times. Okay. So this is the pattern. And
can we do better light?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
I think it's okay for now.
Okay.
So, it's got all the year 4 stuffs on there. And I am stitching mine on 36 count cabbage by Mystic.
That is amazing fabric. I love that fabric.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about that color.
And I have started the maze. And the port key. And then I have some of the Quidditch World Cup Quidditch poles or Quidditch pitch, Quidditch hoops there. And then, so when I was unboxing my box, they gave you your needle minder in a little bag because in the Triwizard tournament, that is how they gave they had miniatures that they had them reach in and pull out a miniature of what the dragon is.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm a total Harry Potter freak. I know all of this. Okay? And
they put a lot of thought into
They do.
They really do.
And so like when I was unboxing it and I'm like, I was like, oh yeah, it's a Swedish short snap, which by the way, try saying that 10 times fast.
Yeah.
So that was the needle miter I got.
That you pulled out of the
That
bag.
I pulled out of the bag. But then I talked to Nina, and she got a different one, and that's when it clicked that I was like, I'm dumb. So like,
she got a different dragon?
Yeah.
Oh,
because there's
cool.
4 different dragons.
Yes.
And she got the Chinese firebolt, or that's the one that Laura got, and then
Laura got a different one too.
yeah, there's
cool.
Because there's
you
4.
All got
so
a different one.
So all I know is that I need the other 3 because
how are you going to get the other 3 unless they have them available on the?
They're gonna have it available for retreat members first, so we can get the stuff we want. That maybe we want extra or whatever. So I'm getting the other. Hopefully getting the other 3 because
that is really cool.
I need them.
Mm-hmm.
So
there you go.
and then I decided to make some changes with my bag. So I put some of the other. Oh, yes, there's another part too. Sorry, this is. I have all of my étoile in here now. So this is the bag that came with.
Oh,
So one of the things that you also got was like a wax melt for like a Scentsy or a wax melter.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah. So, but like, I didn't know that there was stuff inside it. Like when you melt it.
Oh.
There's a niffler.
Oh my gosh. So you melted the wax and the little guy
No,
was in
because my kids are sensitive to smells.
there? Oh.
And I didn't know if I wanted the smell of Hagrid's Care of Magical Creatures smells. Because it was like animal smell, like that musk of an animal mixed with water, like lake water, and pine. That's what it smelled like.
Kind of earthy.
It smells like if you were down at Hagrid's doing Care of Magical Creatures. That's what it smelled like. Anyways, so hilarious because this is like the safe creature that they have to look after in year 4.
Of course it is.
Because it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Because Grubbly Plank is doing Care of Magical Creatures. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh my
Anyways,
gosh.
so that was my first whip. Your turn.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that long-winded
That's all right.
explanation of one whip that I worked on.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Like I said, I am very, very slow with my stuff right now because
Oh, that's so cute, Jeanette.
I know, I actually really like it.
So in our last video, at the very
I'm having
end,
problems. Hold on.
we were talking about how you need to finish things because 75%, right?
Yeah, well.
Okay,
guess what?
funny story, because I'm like the 25% person.
Oh, here it is.
So she's the yin to my yang. So Samantha is correct, okay? Samantha, Hygge Stitcher.
Uh-huh.
Yin, yang, 25%.
It's true.
75%.
So, I was trying really hard to make this one a finish. It won't be an FFO because I'm stitching them all together, but I didn't manage. So anyway, I'm stitching the new Beach Boardwalk series by Country Cottage Needleworks.
Yeah, so she started it.
I started
Stitchy
it,
Day.
and this one's the ice cream shop. This is number 1. I think number 2 is out. It's the surf shop. Surf shop number 2, I think, is out. I don't have it yet. I'm still waiting. But anyway, I'm stitching them all. There's 7 in the series, and so I'm stitching them all together in one big, giant piece. So
Oh yeah, it's gonna be long and skinny.
it's going to be long and skinny. So there's my progress there. I have
love
it
the bee.
almost done. Oh yeah, there's my needle minder there.
Who's that by?
Lori Holt.
Weird.
Just weird. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, so I'm making some progress. The colors are they're so fun.
Let me see.
Yeah, the corals and the mint, and I'm really enjoying it. I really wanted to get it done, but I just
You were FFOing.
I was working on a bunch of other stuff.
That's really
so-
cute, Jeanette.
Yeah, thank you.
Good for you.
So yeah, that one's really fun. So yeah, hopefully I'm hoping to get this one done before number 2 comes so that I can just keep
plugging along.
plugging away. So yeah, and then it'll be one big long thing.
That's really cute. I like that idea.
Thank you. Your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
You got this.
so this is work stitch. I lost my quilty bug a little bit. for a good little bit. Actually, it's been a while, and there's a lot of reasons why, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it, and you will find out that I've started to get it back because I've started working on personal projects that are not work related, that are for me. Like I'm making them for me. And that's when I found out that when I started picking back up again, that's when I found out that my featherweight foot was broken.
Oh.
And I was like, well, that sucks. But it's okay because I'm not wanting for vintage machines, and I have a modern machine, and I have machines, so it's fine. But anyways, while I was having my liaison, shall we say, also, if you hear screaming, we're at my house. I have kids. We live here.
Good boys.
They're playing. My husband has all 3 kids, and I think they're playing Wii Sports.
They're so
because
good, though.
we have all the vintage, like, old machine, like, game systems. We even have a PS2.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we do too.
And we have, like, anyway, we have the game system. We're missing a Nintendo 64, and I need one in my life so bad. I used to have one. I think my dad sold it, and it was just, like, crushed inside. Because Mario Kart on Nintendo 64, if you know,
it's one of the best.
you know. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Okay. So anyways, while I was on my hiatus of quilting, I still needed to work and do progress things for the shop. So, in addition to orders and blah, blah, blah. So, I was working on Mirabilia Mermaid Perfume.
I love her. She's so pretty.
So, like I said last time, the fabric that is called for is like, it makes her look sick. If you look at it, like it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like kind of washes out the colors. So I am stitching, oh wait, hold on. I have my book. And I have Post-its, so I know exactly where.
Dude, I gotta update mine.
Oh,
now that I have finishes, I have to update my book.
My quilting one, I have 1 page left available in it. So
wow.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
Okay, so I'm stitching this on 16 count Ada in the color Mystic by Picture This Plus.
Look at her. Wow.
I got a lot done.
Dang.
Yeah. I really didn't want to put it away either. It was making me happy.
That's good. Wow, she's amazing.
Bam!
Look at that. Look at that tail.
I know. And so all of the things that look like weird holes, those are where beads go. And that is the edge of the design. I'm not meaning to hit you. Sorry.
It's okay.
So this is the edge of the design here. That's the furthest to the, let's do like what, left, right? Furthest to the right of the design that it goes.
Actually,
so
that's the left.
Yeah, when they're looking at it, but when you're looking at it, perspective. When you're looking at it, it's the right hand side.
I got you.
You picking up what I'm throwing down? Okay.
I'm getting it now.
Furthest over. So, and I'm trying to complete like a page.
Oh, I gotcha.
And so now I started to swing down around here, and it's a fun story. I found a mistake.
In the pattern?
No, with myself.
Uh-oh.
So
nobody's ever
originally, I know. Originally, I stitched this whole long part down here, and then I worked this way, and then this way. Well, I found that there is a mistake around here somewhere. I still can't fully figure out where it is. It's off by a stitch.
Oh, like one stitch?
Like one stitch somewhere, and I can't find it. I looked. I was like, well, I am not ripping out all of this, because that's when I found it, was when this whole thing was done, and I started going this direction. I was like, yeah, that's a hard pass on that. I am not ripping that out. Like, that's not happening. So
I don't blame you.
Yeah. And you want to see the back? Look, I carry my threads. I don't care.
Oh, nobody sees it anyway.
I don't care. Anyways, these it's like almost like a full coverage at this point, like this area.
That whole thing is solid.
Yeah. I won't carry it like over here where there's nothingness, but like.
Oh, well, on the back.
Yeah.
Through the stitches, nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody sees it.
So anyway, so that is my progress on Mermaid Perfume, and I am loving this stitch. It's really fun to work on. You can kind of see what things are happening, and it's like with all Mirabilias. when you're working on them and you first start, it's just like blobs of color that you're just doing a blob of color and then another blob of color and then another blob and then another blob, and you might go back to a previous blob that you were using. And like that's kind of how they are, and then they start to form a picture, and that's kind of what's happening here. And when you're like this stitching it, you don't see it,
doesn't
right?
look like
you
much,
have to like go like this, and you're like, oh yeah,
it's a tail.
I'm picking up. I get it. Okay. So yes. So mermaid perfume.
She's beautiful.
Yes. And this is a further, you know, thing saying that you can stitch on Ada if you want to stitch a Mirabilia.
Yes. I think if I do another Mirabilia, I want to do Nightingale. Like
I totally understand that.
Like really bad.
It's beautiful. That's why
I haven't wanted to do another one for a long. Just I have so
I have
many
the
other
perfect
projects.
fabric. Do you want to know what the perfect fabric?
Of course.
It's a picture this plus it's green.
Oh.
And we have it, I think, in 16.
At the store. I think we do too.
Anyways.
So anyway. Yeah, I've been kind of getting the bug to start another one. I need another project. Like I need a hole in my head, but
here we are.
Here we are.
Yes. And if you decided to have another project, is anyone going to judge you? And if they do, we don't want to be your friend anyway.
I would still be your friend. I would still be your friend.
If I judged you?
Okay, well maybe
I wouldn't be a very good friend if I was judging you.
No.
I love you no matter what. Frenzies! We had to put the light on and our retinas are dying.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's very bright.
So do you want to do your next whip?
I'll share my whip. But like I said before, it's kind of a secret, so I could show it to you, but I can't tell you what it is.
That's bunk.
But it's kind of one of those things where if you know, you know. So,
am I gonna know?
I don't know, you might. So here it is.
It's a little house or a country cottage.
It's not.
It's not?
No.
Is it a heart and hand?
It's not a heart and hand.
And what fabric is that? Weird.
It's weird. 36 count Olympia. I'm sorry. Okay, so I kind of went through a phase where it just kind of went with all the things that I did. So I have
many.
at home.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry. It's my favorite. Anyway, so it's the start of this little red bird and this little tree, and then there's some other stuff. Anyways,
so
I'm not going to tell you who the designer is yet. I will share. It might.
Don't share.
Okay, I won't share. Anyway,
I'm not sharing mine at all.
I love this. So, but
Did I share mine? I haven't.
Yeah, you did. A little bit. I think you showed.
No,
me.
I didn't show it in a video.
Oh, you didn't show it in a video?
No, I showed like the needle minder.
Oh, okay.
So sorry, guys. You're
Anyway,
not seeing anything.
So this may be all you get to see, but I have been stitching. It's proof that I've been stitching.
That's really cute.
So anyway, there you go. All right.
Is it gonna be like an ornament size?
It might be a little bigger than an ornament. I haven't quite decided how I want to finish it yet, so I'm still working on that.
I'm thinking of colors, like who has these colors?
Lots of people.
I'm thinking
Not telling.
Annie Bees.
Anyway, no.
Okay, so next one. I am working on my Primitive Gatherings Twilight Garden. Twilight Garden quilt. Again, I'm working on block 3 again.
It's so awesome.
And I really was enjoying the handwork and doing all of my stitches and all that sort of jazz. So this is where I'm at here.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So from here it looks the same as last time. But what I did was I finished, last time I still had all of these leaves to embroider. So I finished all of these leaves. I finished all of these little buds. So there's stitching around this part and on the bud itself.
Love it.
And that's
colors are so
repeated
pretty.
4 times. And then I started working on the cross stitch of the stems. So you can see that there. So basically I just do like a cross stitch over the top of the stem.
Oh, I see. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably really fun too.
And it's easy. Like, and honestly, okay, so there's some people who are going to be like, oh my gosh, it has to be exactly the same every time. And I'm like, there's no rules here. This is made by hand, okay? It's not going to be perfect.
It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. And this is a process and a journey for me too, because a lot of these stitches I never done before, like, repetitively. I'd done them before in other embroidery things, but like doing it in a situation where I'm doing it over and over and over, so then my stitches are getting better and I'm having a better luck with them. So and I'm learning new stitches too.
That's beautiful.
Like the stem stitch and all that. And Lisa Bonjean is like a genius. I want to go to the gathering and
Me
just like
too.
spend a week just like hanging out there. And I think they have a pond.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
And even if it was just wintertime and it was just snow, I could care less.
Yeah.
There is wool everywhere and there's quilts everywhere. And I'm like, yes, please.
Yep.
So that's that whip.
Awesome.
You don't have any more whips?
I have one whip. It also kind of goes in with our August
Plan?
so I can share it now. It doesn't matter. There's no right or
Well,
wrong.
we can talk about plans later. So why don't you show one of your FFOs?
Okay. Yeah. So I have been doing a ton of FFOs. I had a handful of projects that they were just kind of almost complete. I'm like, okay, it's time.
75%, baby.
Yeah. And so, hey, you know what?
You didn't bring Maggie. You finished Maggie.
I did. I brought her.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh. Okay. It's in a Maggie bag that she made.
Oh, well, there's also paper in there.
Yeah, but you get the point.
I did make that bag.
You did. It's
So I
yours.
like this bag. So
That's old fig tree. That black.
This
That's from All Hallows Eve.
it is. Yeah, it is. You wouldn't know that it's a Halloween fabric because it doesn't look it, but I sure liked it.
Yep.
I love it. Anyways, so this is this is Maggie's on Main exclusive kitty designed by Pamela Kellogg of Kitty and Me Designs, and her name is Maggie, and she's
Adorbs.
adorable. And we were stitching her for Maggie's second anniversary, which was now last year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's terrible. I'm terrible, but
You know what? I don't finish anything, so
so anyway, so she's not 100% FFO'd. She's probably like
you're waiting for the frame.
Yeah, we've got a frame coming, but this is basically her.
Cute.
And so she's already all mounted,
And she's got a treasure.
and
That's
she
what
does
that
have
part
a
is.
Mill Hill crystal treasure that was part of the pattern.
Cute.
So anyway, she was so fun to stitch, and I stitched her on
The call for?
no,
Are you sure?
yeah, it's 28 count Lugana. It's not the called for though, because I think she stitches all of hers on white.
And
this
we
one
offered kits for it was like a Lugana.
I want to say it's Silver Moon.
Yeah.
I think it's Silver
Yes,
Moon.
it's a Zweigart Silver Moon or no,
Yeah.
something like that. It's a Zweigart.
I apologize. I'll
I
look it up.
remember. Yeah.
I should have brought my book, but anyway, it's actually pretty true to color. It's like a light blue, but she was really fun to stitch. But yeah, she's all done,
Cute.
and we're just waiting for the frame. But there you go, Maggie.
Yeah.
Isn't she cute?
Adorbs.
Okay, anyway.
Okay, so my next whip is a personal quilt project. It is not done. So I am naming this Diana's Folly. You will understand why I'm calling it Diana's Folly, because this fabric is Anne of Green Gables. Okay.
This is an older line.
This is old. This is a Riley Blake Anne of Green Gables from like 2020. If you like the color scheme of this, they're releasing, and we are getting at the shop, a similar line, different prints, but the same colorways.
It's still Anne
Pretty
of Green
close.
Gables.
And it's Anne of Green Gables. But this is,
oh, this fabric is so pretty.
so if you look at this, this is called a drunkard's path.
Wow.
So this here is done with a layer cake, and I use a specific tool that I can't think of what it's called. I will insert.
Does it make the circles? Does it make them into circles and then you just cut the circles out?
No.
Yes? Oh.
So, okay, yes, but no.
Oh.
So what you do is you,
So pretty. This
There's-
fabric is so pretty.
there's two parts of the template. So there's the quarter circle part of the template and then the leftover bit of the template. And this particular tool, I really like it because it has little notches for you to cut with either scissors or,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
This.
So that
Gotcha.
you can line up those cuts. So when you are stitching them, you don't need to pin. There's no pinning needed. You
Oh.
start, you align, and you stitch.
Wow.
And I completed all of these at a quilt retreat that some local friends do, localish. They're up in Washington County. So
This is really pretty fabric. I
so
love it.
let me
It's
do
awesome.
a close up of the fabric.
Is it? Are we holding it upside down?
It doesn't really have a direction.
Oh, okay.
So you see there that it's got Anne of Green Gables. So there's Anne with Matthew with the cows, and then in Idlewild, and you know, her and Diana making their oath.
Aw.
And if you've read the books or watched the 1980s Megan Follows edition, because that's the only one that matters, of the movie, then you know what happens with raspberry cordial. And Diana doesn't drink raspberry cordial like she thinks. And what happens? She becomes intoxicated.
Uh-huh.
So I'm calling this Diana's Folly because it's a drunkard's path.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Picking up what I'm throwing down.
I see what you did there.
So there's no pattern for this. This is literally an old block, like a vintage block. I don't know where the origins are, but there's no pattern. So I accidentally ordered 2 layer cakes. I was wondering why it was so expensive. That's why.
Oh.
So when it arrived, I'm like, oh, okay. So I actually
would be
need more
why.
fabric for my borders because this is supposed to be like a throw size. It will now fit a queen size bed.
Wow.
When this is all done, because I have more fabric in my container for like borders and stuff. So it'll actually fit on my bed when
Love
it's
it.
done.
Love it.
So this is just the inside, and then this is part of the inside. This isn't even the whole inside. There's more sections
Oh,
over
boy.
there. So this is kind of what I was doing when I was trying to get my quilty bug back.
Yeah. It happens.
And
It
this is my, and I really love this fabric. I'm not a huge like purple and green person.
Oh,
And
I'm all about purple and green.
I know, which is so funny. But I'm not a huge, like in quilts, that's not really my big draw, right? But then I was like, I love that. So like my favorite is this print right here.
Yeah, I like that one too.
And like you try and find this on the internet, you might find a panel that was released with this particular line whenever it was, like it's either 2019 or early 2020 when it was released.
It's really pretty.
I bought it, I think, during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
And then it just sat there for a while. And then I finally, because I had just had a baby. So,
Oh, good point.
you know, I didn't
point.
have a whole lot of time at that time
Good
in my
point.
life. And then this is an easy whip because I have nothing to show you.
Oh,
I also worked on Calico Garden by Lori Holt. This is not the current sew along. This is the sew along,
last one.
the last sew along.
His hometown is now?
Right now is Bee Vintage, using bee dots or something. And then there's Hometown, which is a collection. And then there was something else that's being released after that. And then there's Mercantile at the end of the year. It's like
There's so many.
So many.
So many.
So,
it's hard
like-
to keep up. I mean, they're all amazing.
And
but-
I'm obviously not. So there's a lot of applique on this. So it's the same kind of style as this situation where it's her So Simple Shape quilt. So what I'm doing, because I'm so behind, because this is done, this sew along is over. Yeah, it ended on June 5th.
Oh.
I'm a little behind.
That's all right. Did you start?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So the quilt is fully cut out. And I have all the shapes traced and all of that stuff. And I have them in my baggies and all that jazz. But what I was doing was, since I'm so late to the party, I decided to just do it like assembly line style and just, you know, sew all my shapes. So they're all drawn, sew all my shapes, and then put them back in the bag. And then I can just do each block at a time. And I'm not having to stop what I'm doing. I can just trim the shapes, turn them, press them, and then do my block and glue it so that it's ready for applique.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
So then I'm not having to involve my machine anymore. Then I can just stitch things, and then
that makes sense.
If that part's done, then I can do the next step, and it's an assembly line process.
Yeah, that's good.
Because otherwise it's going to take 100 years, and I'm all about efficiency. So yeah, I need to be more efficient with this one.
I need to be more efficient with a lot of things, but that's a whole other video.
We're busy people. So anyway, so I'm doing this one. So I worked more on getting more of the So Simple shapes pieced. No, sewed, because you sew on the lines. Anyway, if you watch her videos,
over my head because
if you go to the Lori Holt Flosstube or YouTube channel, she has tutorials about her So Simple shapes. So if you're interested or want to know more about that process, check out her Flosstube or YouTube channel.
Yeah, and they're great. They're very well done.
I watched her channel a lot. Even though I've watched the videos already, I watched them again because she has one of those voices that's really soothing. And so it's almost like being around your mom. Which I saw my mom.
Oh, you did. That's right.
I saw my mom, and I gave her her dragonfly, and she loved it. And it was really good to see her and my stepdad. Like, we only saw them for like 3 hours, but it was like, because it was like they stopped for the night in Boise, and like that was it. So we only had lunch. We had lunch with them.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it was really fun. We went to Red Robin, and we got to like just hang out, and we told them, we were like, we're gonna be here a while. So just keep the drinks coming, okay? And keep the tea full.
Yeah, exactly.
So but yeah, she really loved it. They said that was their favorite thing of their whole trip. Because they went up to Canada and saw friends, and then they went and saw my brother.
They've been all over.
Yeah, and then they went home, and my mom was like, I need to get home. And there was this picture that they posted. It was like one of the last days of their trip, where it was a picture of my stepdad where he had like toothpicks that you use for olives, you know, like for a martini, because my mom drinks those. And he was like, it would be more fun to stab my eyes with these toothpicks than get in the truck with you again. And he's like, ooh, like that. It was so funny because my mom is like Cruella de Vil, like in 101 Dalmatians, like the animated one, where she's like crazy eyes and the hair blowing, like when she's like, ooh, like trying. That's my mom when she's on a freeway. Love you, Mom. It's a joke we have, so don't worry, she won't be offended. I love my mom.
Love it.
And she would be like peeing herself laughing right now if she was watching this.
All right.
I'm her clone, so anyway.
Awesome.
Next FFO.
Okay, next FFO. All right. So
I have FFOs.
Yes,
You'll see them. They were part of my WIPS.
All right, so I started, hold on, I gotta pull it out. I was working on Patriotic Tiny Town.
Yes.
By Heart and Hand.
You thought you had finished it last time, but it wasn't finished. You realized when we were filming.
Yeah, I did, and I'm such a goober. So
it's okay.
Anyway, it's this Patriotic Tiny Town. It's super cute. I love these, and it's the first one I've stitched in the series. There's like 8 or 9. In fact,
There's a new one.
Autumn Tiny Town is coming out. Oh brother.
Okay, I don't know about you, but it's hotter than Hades outside.
It's toasty right now.
It's August.
And it's humid.
And we're not used to that. We're not used to humidity here.
We're just wimpy babies.
We are. We're whiners. But I don't know about you, but I am all about that. You'll see. When I was making that, you'll see. When I was making, it's a Halloween thing for the shop. And I was like, can I just decorate right now for Halloween? Because I am just over this. And I want it to be like pumpkin spice and fall leaves and all that. And we did that here. So
Crisp
I'm like,
air and
let's do this.
I'm ready for autumn already.
Except I can't have pumpkins.
Oh.
I'm allergic to anything pumpkin.
That's a bummer.
It gives me hives.
I love pumpkins.
I can't even carve a pumpkin.
That's okay.
I mean, I can if I wear gloves and I don't.
It makes
like,
you itchy though.
No, I get full on hives.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
It makes my tummy
That's a
hurt.
bummer.
So I can't have pumpkin pie.
But she still likes pumpkins.
Yes.
You can stitch pumpkins.
And I have, maybe I'll insert a picture once I decorate this year, but I usually have I have a hutch in my kitchen that I just use for decoration. I don't cut anything.
Oh, I have one of those too.
Yeah.
It's just full of...
It's just full of fun things.
Yeah.
And
Decor.
I have a sign that John got me that says pumpkin patch. And it literally, the whole entire thing is just pumpkins.
Oh, cute, cute.
All over it. Just like, bam, pumpkins.
Pumpkins.
Anyways, her finish.
So
Tangent.
Okay, so Patriotic Tiny Town.
It's because you talked about autumn.
I know, I did.
Yes.
So here's my finish. Patriotic Tiny Town.
That's really cute.
So I found this frame. I believe it or not, I think I'm going to take this flower out.
Why?
I don't know. It just feels a little overpowering. I might put in a couple smaller white roses or something.
Oh.
I kind of threw it
Or maybe like baby's breath or something.
I don't know,
like
something.
A smaller
But
floral.
I found this frame at Hobby Lobby. And
what's the number on it?
oh, it is...
It's from the Woodpile Fun. Do you want me to read it?
It's whitewash rectangle sign.
It's this.
Oh,
number.
here. 1935824. Here, I'll show you. It's this. Their price tag's
That's
still
really
on there
cute.
anyways.
It's really cute.
So anyway, so this actually comes out.
Are you making it interchangeable?
I'm making it interchangeable. And so this comes off. I won't peel it off now, but I just sewed a little bit of fabric around the border.
You need to be my finisher.
I would love to. And then I added a little bit of ribbon. I just kind
I
of
can't afford you.
hot glue. Yes, you can. And then I added the flowers on the top. But last time I had forgotten these cute little stitched stars. And then I didn't have my buttons on there. Anyway, it was a whole mess. But it's officially done now. And it turned out really cute. And it'll hang on the wall. It'll hang. And then
So what's the next tiny town that you could stitch that would fit the theme? Halloween?
I don't know if that would work. I don't know. I haven't decided. I think...
Or are you going to do autumn?
I think I'm going to do autumn. Because that's like... I love autumn so much. It's like my favorite season. But anyway, I may just leave this as finished as it is. This may not come out. Because I can get this frame again.
Yeah, it's not very expensive.
So, yeah.
Especially if they have it on sale.
It's like $7. So
I think Hobby Lobby needs to have their coupon off an item again.
I know, I missed that.
Because, like, otherwise you have to wait until it's on sale. And sometimes, like, I spent that money already. And they have to wait until it's in the next cycle of doing that.
They do run a lot. I mean, every week they have some
some
whole
different
other
sale.
department on sale.
Yeah.
And so they do have good sales.
They have a rotation.
Mm-hmm.
But,
so
like,
I usually have to wait and catch it when it's on its...
And I don't go over there all the time. She does, because she lives over there.
Well, close. I'm closer than you.
But I don't. Anyway.
I love that store. Anyways, so...
Okay. So, the next one I have is also a quilt. Sorry if you came for stitching.
I have stitching.
Yes, she has stitching. So, there is this newer fabric line that came out in April called
Harvest
Blessings.
No.
Shoot.
Oh my gosh.
Please hold. We know what it is. We work there. Harvest Wishes by Deb Strain for Moda. It's beautiful, and I love it so much. So this is what the quilt will look like. And I am going to be teaching this as a class. And as of today, when we closed, there was a spot still available.
One spot left.
So if you're local and you want to learn how to quilting 102 with a panel, what to do with the panel is, good info. Then, call the shop if you're local. Because obviously if you're not local, it'd be hard for you to take the class. So
and it's a 2-day, it's a Saturday.
2-session class. Yeah. So it's over 2 Saturdays in September, the end of September. So I started on the first
You're fine.
The first part of the pattern, which is basically sewing
Half square
5-inch squares into half square triangles. So
does that take forever
to sew them? No, to square them.
Well, yeah.
You have to square them. That's the hard part. That's going to be.
It's just tedious.
It is, but it's like if you don't do it. Okay, so here's something that if you don't quilt, you don't care. Skip ahead 2 minutes. But if you do quilt and you wonder why things don't match up all the time, it's because you probably need to square things and you're not doing that. So especially if it's like a finished block and the finished block is supposed to be a specific size and you're not squaring it to that size, it's not going to fit in the quilt and then you're going to have problems.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, so I started this part of it, and then this is the panel, and the panel does come in 2 colorways. So it comes with a navy. There's a navy version of this.
I bought the navy one.
And the cream.
I love fall most of all.
Yes. Pumpkin Kisses and Harvest Wishes. So basically, in this particular pattern, you cut the top part of the panel off and then sew a bit, and then there's the bottom part of the panel that you sew. So, and you'll learn about that in my class. But basically all this, so the thing is about quilting is that once you understand how to do half square triangles and how to properly square, you can make so many of the modern patterns that are out there, because a majority of them either use half square triangles, which is what this unit is here, or it's a easy corner triangle where you are sewing 2 pieces of fabric together and then cutting off part of it and then pressing it open like this.
That's a stitch and flip?
Stitch and flip, yeah. Stitch and flip, or to where it would look like a flying geese or whatever. So anyway, more info than you wanted to know.
Love it.
So anyways, so that is what I worked on for, like, that's still a WIP that's not finished. I have 2 more WIPs that became finishes.
Oh, show.
Do you have more finishes?
I only have 1 more finish.
Okay, then I will show a quilt. It's a Teresa Kogut.
Love it.
Okay, so a few videos back, I showed the kit that origami princess here put into a bag, and I will never ever try and put things back into a bag. If she gets it in there, I cannot put it back. It just does not work, because she can fit things into bags. I'm like, how?
I just make it fit. Anyways.
Origami princess.
Okay.
So this is the Kringle quilt.
Here.
Designed by,
oh, he's a good one.
Okay, so it's big.
So this, if you can see right here, this is a panel.
This is a panel, and then these stars, or the stars here, and then these bits here, those are all appliqued on, and I blanket stitched them down with my sewing machine, because you have to, it's raw edge, and when you do raw edge, you have to use a specific, what is that called? Interfacing, like heat and bond or whatever.
Look at his
and
face.
It's too, I know,
so
isn't he cute?
That's awesome. He's got a little snowman.
Yeah. And one of this part is pieced, the Christmas tree, all the way down is pieced. And then there's a checkerboard along the bottom.
Yeah, I love this.
And I just did loose loops all around. I used a 108 wide. That's checker.
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo plaid, little checker.
That's perfect.
Gingham. And, yeah. And it's got a straight border, or binding. Because if anyone knows me, knows a stripe on a binding is amazing. What's even better is when the stripe is printed on the fabric, straight of grain, but it's bias. So it looks like it's printed where it looks like it's bias. But like you cut it fancy to make it look like that, but it's not. It's cut the usual binding way, like straight of grain. and it creates that like
Yeah, the twist.
effect. You know who does that really well is Sherry and Chelsea.
Oh, yes.
Really well. They do that really well. Just saying. So, yeah. So this is the Kris Kringle quilt. It's pretty big. I don't have the pattern with me, so I can't tell you exactly how big it is. We still have this kit?
Yeah.
We still have the kit at the shop, so if you're interested, we have it, or you can search at your local quilt shop and see if they have it. This fabric was designed by Teresa Kogut.
And it's called Kringle.
It's called Kringle. Because just like Lori Holt, we also love Teresa Kogut. Like a lot.
Yeah.
Because she's just a nice human anyways. I haven't met Lori Holt yet.
Oh.
That's going to happen someday.
Awesome.
I'm going to make it happen.
All right.
I've already met Kimberly Jolly at that Quaker shop. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
I walked right up to her. I was like, hi. You taught me how to quilt and you're amazing.
I love it. I love it. All right.
So you have one more, right?
I have one more.
Okay.
Yep, one more. So I have been working on, oh wait, hold on, wrong bag.
Wrong bag.
Please hold. Okay. I have been working on the sampler of the month patterns from Country Cottage Needleworks. And I had June and July already done, and apparently I had already like mostly done September. Don't ask me why I asked.
Because it's
August,
fall?
Probably. So I ended up going back and finishing up August. So I have August and September already completely finished. And so, okay.
Okay, so before we show this, we don't have info on the finishing frame thing.
Well, yeah. So we had questions before.
Don't be mad.
I've shown this before. There's other methods of doing something really similar. this particular frame
is not available.
I think I got it at Walmart like 4 years ago, and it's been sitting in my stash for like forever.
Better Homes and Gardens kind of
something, and that's very Walmart-y.
Yes.
Anyways, so here's August.
I like our Walmart.
This is August.
That's really cute, Jeanette.
And so it finished really cute.
I like your little flowers on the top.
It's a little overpowering.
No, it's not.
It feels like too much.
I
Is it too
don't
much?
think so.
You don't think so?
Okay, people. Do you think the flowers are too much? I don't. I think that it's more like, I think it's really cute.
So, yeah, so that's August. And what I did different from, because I have June and July already stitched and finished, I went back and I added in this cording here. And I actually really like how it kind of broke up.
Did you buy the cording like that? Or did you make cording?
I bought it. It comes on a spool.
Like from Michael's or someplace?
Yeah, it's just cotton cording. It's just white cotton cording.
Cute.
So then, the fun part.
So that's August.
So this is August, and then this comes off. It's
Magnets.
It's magnet.
It's a Priscilla finish.
And then this one comes off.
Speaking of Priscilla and Chelsea.
Hold on.
Have you seen their new releases that are coming out?
Yeah, and they're really stinking cute.
Like their weigh-in for October?
Yeah, it's really stinking cute.
And it's not stitched on black. Uh-oh, your phone.
You're fine. So here is September.
Oh, Jeanette, it's so cute.
And it just kind of pops in there. There's September. Hold on. Wait. There you go.
Oh, that's really cute.
And there's September. So now I've got 2 more done. Hooray! And I get to start on October, which I'm super excited about because that'll be my first.
Oh, look, this says 2019 on it.
Oh, production date.
So it's pre-pandemic, so good luck.
Yeah, sorry guys, I apologize. I know the frame is super stinking cute.
But you know, Hobby Lobby probably has something like it, or with the fall decor and stuff coming out now, like you're gonna probably find something kind of like that.
And when I bought the frame, originally it came just like this. Hold on a second, let me pull this off. It looked like this. It was plain. And so
it's meant to just be a wall decor.
All I did was I measured out these dimensions and traced it onto cardstock. Actually, it's like poster board. It's a little thicker. You can see the back. Anyways.
That part doesn't matter.
And that part doesn't matter. And then I just...
Oh, that's really cute.
Fit it in there.
You win.
It just kind of sits in there, and then you stick the little thingy on, and ta-da. And it's all... Oops, sorry. It's all done. So yeah,
cute.
There you go. There's September. And hooray. Yep.
Yes.
Oh. We're good.
Here you go.
Being a little careless there. So
okay.
there you go.
So I have one last finish, and it was also a whip. You saw a flash of the Halloween. Okay, so I've been doing the Bench Pillow of the Month Club that is by Riley Blake.
Oh,
and it's designed, they're all designed by different designers from Riley Blake. And they are all using different basics from Riley Blake. And the only way to get the pattern is from the kit.
Yeah, they come in a boxed kit. So there's, I think they started in April.
Yeah.
And now we're up to October is the newest one.
October just shipped to the shop. So
We just got it today.
okay, so it'll probably be available and on the website by the time you see this. So if you're interested, call the shop. You'll probably talk to her. Or you can talk to Maggie, or you can email Maggie, or you can check our website and just search Bench Pillow of the Month. And this is the October bench pillow.
It's really cute.
So it is adorbs. It was designed by Melissa Mortensen, Polka Dot Chair, which she's a Riley Blake designer. Adorable.
Yeah, and I didn't know when the series first started, I didn't know that each month was designed by a different designer. So I thought that was really cool.
I like that they do that. That's one thing I really like about Riley Blake is that they have all of their designers, not all of them, but they have like different programs and different fabric lines and things like that are basics, or even if it's not a basic, it's a collection that each designer that's part of the Riley Blake family, they all contribute in some way. And I think that's really nice because not every fabric manufacturer does that. So I think that's really nice to do.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so they're so cute.
Look at these guys.
Yeah.
Look at these
There's
guys.
5 little pumpkins sitting on a fence. One rolled off and the other one said. Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually how it goes.
No, it's actually meant to be monkeys, but then, you know, they always change it into being like Halloween or whatever. Anyways, so I already named all of them. I named them after family members that live in my house. So this one's my husband. This one's my oldest, right here. This guy. This one's my middle because
it's so fitting.
And he's the only blonde one.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, he's blonde. He thinks his hair is turning brown. I'm like, no, if I cut your hair, it's white again. And then this is my youngest. And then that's me.
I love it.
All of the faces are appliqued, machine appliqued, raw edge machine applique. Using like heat and bond light and then you do a stitch around the outside. And I stitched this, like I quilted this pillow on my domestic Singer machine, just using a walking foot, and that's why I needed orange thread.
Oh,
because
she was in the store this morning.
I'm like, I don't have a color for this. And then, fun story, when I made that Kringle quilt, it's a specific length, and that the backing of that is a 108 wide. So it's 108 inches from selvage to selvage. Normal quilting fabric is like 43 inches. So I had all this extra and the leftover batting from that.
Oh, look at you.
And I was like, hey, that's Halloweeny.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect.
And then, like I said, with
look at the stripe.
look at this stripe.
I love a stripe board.
It's so good. It's so good. Look at that.
I love it. I love it.
And this is like a metallic.
That is so cute.
And then it repeats again in this here. I told John that I need to get this to make a Ducks quilt because we're Anaheim Ducks fans in this house.
Oh.
And he wants a Ducks quilt. And I'm like, so it'll look like Halloween. He's like, that's cool. I'm like, and he wants a drunkard's path.
Look at that.
And I'm like when I started making that Diana's Folly, he's like, I'm putting my order in now.
That's
I'm like, okay.
There you
so
go.
anyways,
it turned out so cute, Cheryl. I love it.
Yeah.
Look at this little guy.
And the
Look,
metallic
so
is all over. You can see it there.
Yeah. It kind of
And
shimmers.
okay, so I started this yesterday.
Oh, dang.
And I
girl.
finished it today.
Wow.
Now,
She doesn't mess around.
You're right. But also, like, if you're like a weekend quilter or a weekend crafter because you have a job at an office or wherever, you could tell this is doable in a weekend. And what I did was I just laid out my squares.
It's all good.
Sorry.
It's all good.
I laid out my squares on my design board. I had everything labeled as I cut because, oh, I can't, let's see, can I show this? Yes. So this is like the shop version of the quilt pattern. When you get the real one, it's going to look really fancy and like a real pattern. Anyways, it has like the cutting and then they're labeled with, you know, numbers and letters and all that stuff. So like BK5 is background and they tell you what each one's for.
I should have brought my strawberries.
You finished the strawberries, right?
It's not, I don't have the, I have to quilt it first. I have the backing. It's not 100% done, but.
So when you get, we'll talk about that, but next time.
Yeah,
you should
so I'll bring it.
So
and then you can see that even a beginner can quilt. So
also, this one here and Maggie are doing the block of the month blocks at the shop, and her points are great.
I worked really hard on that.
Yeah,
I worked really
I
hard.
haven't seen Maggie's blocks. So I don't know what they look like.
No.
So
I worked really hard. So yeah, I've been really working on my quilting, and it's really fun. And I've already got.
She just doesn't like applique.
And I don't know why I don't like it. I think honestly, I really think it's because it's too much tedious little
bits and bobs.
And if I'm going to be sitting and hand sewing, I'd rather be cross stitching.
Yeah.
And that's kind of.
But I'm over here
if I can do it on my sewing machine.
Yeah, you can.
Then that's better for me. Like I can do the pumpkins. I'll totally do that.
So.
That's just me.
So this is hand stitched down. All these appliques are hand stitched down because I prefer the way they look and I like the way it's just fun for me to do.
Yeah.
I find handwork therapeutic. Not everybody is that way, obviously. She doesn't like that. However, even Lori Holt will tell you this. You can stitch these down with your machine using a blanket stitch or even a raw. I've seen it where people just do like a stitch around like a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch on the inside of the shape.
Yeah.
And they do that, and so what they do is they get all their blocks done and turned and glued and ready, like basically basted, ready to applique.
It's totally doable.
And then they take their, okay, so I'm going to do this brown color. So I'm going to load that on the top thread, not your bobbin, just use white on your bobbin. And then you find all the things that are that brown in the quilt and you stitch all of those things. So you do assembly line.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it faster.
Exactly.
So you could totally do that. If you don't like handwork and that's not your...
And that's just me.
That's not your thing.
I love how it looks. I love the look of applique. I personally don't have the patience to do it myself.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because I'm just lazy.
No, you're not. You just have... No, you're not lazy. You just prefer doing things a different way.
Or finishing. I'd rather be making finishes.
She's a cross stitcher that is now quilting. I am a quilter that cross stitches.
That's true. Yin and yang again.
I don't have a lot of quilts that are UFOs or WIPS. They are works in progress for like this Calico Garden and this one here. This is the reason why this is languishing is because my dad bought this for me before he died. So it makes me kind of sad to like work on it because I'm thinking about him the whole time, but like, I'm like, that's bunk because there's so many things that my dad has, I was going through my stash and looking at all my fabrics and my kits and all this stuff. And I found another one that he bought me and I'm like, and guess what? It's Lori Holt Prim.
Pull that one out.
So that one, it's the one with the houses.
Oh my gosh. Pull that out. Pull it out.
Okay.
And your dad's smiling on you.
I know. He is. He's like, yeah, you make that. Because, I mean, my grandma's machine, that was his mom's. And she bought that when she was pregnant with him.
Oh.
Like the timestamp?
That's
like the
cool.
date stamp on it?
That is really cool.
Okay.
All right, what do you got left?
That's all I got for WIPS. So I had 2 FFOs. They're both quilts.
Awesome.
And next is haul.
I have a little bit.
I have like one thing.
Oh.
Well, because last time I had like forever haul.
Last time she took like a half an hour.
Sorry.
So now it's my turn.
Yep. Oh, is it?
Well, I don't have that much, but I have a little bit.
Okay, go.
So, all right. Well,
because I only have one thing.
Okay. So I picked up a couple of things for our August stitch along that we're doing.
you're gonna laugh when you see what I have going.
Yeah, I know. I saw your post and I'm like, oh, that's so funny because guess what I'm starting?
That's what I'm starting.
So, Satsuma Street is going to be at Stitch West this
Yes.
year, and I am so excited because I love her stuff. And so,
I love her Halloween
I'm all about ornaments right now for whatever reason, and
because
so
they're fun.
I picked up the first two in her. She's got a series of these going.
So hopefully the fourth one will be available at Stitch West.
So this is Partridge and Pear and Turtle Doves.
So obviously it's 12 days.
12 Days of Christmas, but I think she's only up to number 4.
She only has 3 released. The fourth one, she said,
Oh,
I
that's right.
asked her, I emailed her. I'm like, hey, so when are you going to release
Any
the next
chance
one?
at Stitch West, we can
And she's
get
like,
number 4?
I already know what I'm doing for. I just need to do it. And I'm like,
So anyway,
okay.
but these are so stinking cute, and it's a kit, so you get all the things.
So it's like a Mill Hill kit, but
Yeah.
it's just Satsuma Street. Look, I
Right.
said it right, Nina. I said it right.
So yeah, so I picked up those, and then I picked up these for Kylie
Oh,
because she wanted to do one, and so I told her to pick because whichever one she doesn't do, I'm gonna do.
okay.
So these are Mill Hill kits, and
and
these
then you
are,
got this because I ordered more.
actually I had already bought it.
Do we have 3? Anyway.
We got in the store again too. Anyways, but yeah, this was
Cute.
Black Swan and White Swans, Black Swans, White Swans, from
They could
Mill
be,
Hill.
you could finish them like this and have them looking at each other.
Oh, that would be really pretty. So my daughter, she also cross stitches and she loves these kits. So I told her she wanted to do one, but she couldn't decide. So I said, you pick one and I'll
It
stitch
was like
the other.
video 3 or something like that. The first time we were at your house, we showed her cross stitch. That's
Oh,
a full
yes.
coverage.
Yes.
And that was like, I would say a bad word, but it rhymes with itching.
It was pretty awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so there's that one. And then I got watermelon because I really, really liked it.
Yeah, and this one over here,
I love
she
watermelon.
gifted me this.
Yes, and well, that was part of why I needed it. And it was our giveaway too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I have to have one because I don't know. It's just a thing. So anyway, what do you got? I got a couple more, but go ahead.
Okay, so haul, right?
Yeah, what's your haul?
My haul. So this.
Oh yeah, I have that too.
So if you watch Just Keep Stitching or you are on the Keepsakes cross stitch newsletter, you will have heard or have learned about the Anytown Tiny Town. That was an exclusive that you had a limited amount of time to pre-order and then it shipped at the middle of July. And I had to have it. I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I was like, hey, why not? Because I've ordered from Keepsakes before. And so I got Anytown Tiny Town and the pins.
Wait.
And then I go, hey, if you want this, we have 3 hours to order
yeah,
this.
and so I jumped on, and I'm
So-
because I have all the other Tiny Towns.
Yeah. Okay. PSA though. If you are interested in this chart and you missed out on the pre-order, never fear. It will probably be released at Market next year. So if you missed out on the 6 months of everybody else getting it and you not having it and you have FOMO, just wait until Market next year or something like that and she will likely release it.
More than likely.
It's not an exclusive that it will never be. It's not like a limited. It's not limited edition. It's an exclusive to Keepsakes for this particular thing, for them turning 25. I think that was the year. And so they have a bunch of exclusives that they're doing this year. So I just knew that I was like, that's adorbs. And I was hemming and hawing about it. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. Because Steph posted like a tick down, like a countdown thing, like ticking down the time. And I'm like,
I needed that.
fine. So I bought it. But
Yeah.
I obviously didn't get fabric or anything because I could just
I think
get
there was a fabric, but I didn't.
Well, they had, like,
really wanted
you
the
had the
pins,
option
though.
to like kit and all that. But I'm like, I'll just get it at the shop.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And it's really stinking cute.
Yeah, the little cute pins. You know what? Okay, so these pin minis are so adorbs.
Yeah, and then
Love that.
if you finish, sorry,
Into a
I'm
drum.
taking this away
cool.
from you.
It's cool.
If you finish this as a drum, then you stick your pins in the drum.
Or you could do what Hands On Design does, Kathy Haberman. She sometimes like does like a cute little bow like up here and then
Oh, she
sticks the
does.
pins into the bow.
Yes, she does.
So you could totally do that too.
Yep.
shoot, I don't know. I have
There's so
other
many
things
cute
I
things.
have to do before October in Stitch West that I'm not thinking about anything. So the fact that I am going to be starting another stitch, I shouldn't be doing that.
I kind of can't. Start anything new.
You say that every time and then you
So-
start something.
Well, yeah, you know what? Stop
I'm
calling
not-
me out.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like,
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. And I have officially signed up as a vendor for
Yes.
Stitch West.
so if you're going to Stitch West,
So
she's going to have amazingness there.
I'm really excited, but I'm also terrified because I'm worried that I'm not going to have enough stuff to even take with me.
Okay, so I've
So
been in her
I'm
studio.
working on it.
I've been in her studio, and I've seen her totes of stuff that she has started, not knowing if she was actually a vendor yet.
I have probably close to 100 bags already made.
And there's 200 people.
Right. But I wanted to, I'm taking totes, and then I'm taking project rolls too. So I've got a handful of things that I'm going to bring. Hopefully I can get all my doo-doo together between now and October. I'm trying real hard, but
You can do it.
I can't start any more new cross stitches, but
Yeah,
I have
right.
a couple that I really want to do.
You know, you see that.
I know.
Okay. So, plants.
Plans.
Actually, hi.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, so for the record, she makes me pause so she can take drinks. Because she doesn't want to take a drink in front of you guys. Like, you're afraid that she's going to be like, oh my God, why are you drinking? And I'm over here like,
Yeah. I take advantage. Never mind. Anyway, I don't know why.
plants.
Plans.
Okay, so we have a stitch challenge that we are basically, it's very open-ended, very loose, and we have two hashtags. One is I'm gonna stitch it, like Wreck-It Ralph. I'm gonna, you know,
I'm
but
gonna wreck it, but I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
stitch it.
yeah, exactly. Or Silks and Beads Stitch Challenge. And the reason why I have two hashtags and not just the stitch or the Silks and Beads Stitch Challenge one is because not everybody wants to stitch with beads or silk or both, but they want to start something that they've never done before. And that's the whole point of the challenge. And it's also the point of it is to work on WIPs that are languishing. And they're sitting there and you're like, I want to work on you. Why am I not working on you? So now you have a reason because there's a sal or a challenge, whatever you want to call it. And then you can tag us because the algorithm for Instagram has been changed. Thanks, Meta. And just searching or being tagged into, if I like, you know, click on the, I'm going to stitch it, it doesn't show the newest ones anymore. It will show them in random order and it's stupid and bogus. So if you want us to see your stitching, tag us. Our handles are below. I'm ShareBear0607 and she is every _
It's every little stitching. Oh, I have two. I have Bella Rose Needleworks.
yeah. Well, I do too.
And then I've got every little stitching thing, but there's an underscore in between each word. So
Yeah, they're down below in
They're there.
the description box. So anyway, so for my stitch challenge stuff that I'm doing, I'm going to work on 2 Mirabilias and I'm going to start, I already have it in the bag.
Awesome.
So this is a Christie bag, so Christie Crosshatch Quilts, and it's done out of Lori Holt's Let's Bake fabric.
That's so cute.
And maybe other things, I'm not sure. And then the inside is the cute cake plates. And I made a stitch card.
Whoa. Well, you're way more prepared than I am.
Well, you know, this is what I did last night. And I have everything like, you know, DMC, you know.
Wow.
This is what I do for all my Mill Hill kits too. Because
I love that.
I'm cheap and I don't want to buy the little things, like the little thread things.
The bobbins?
No,
Or
not
the
the
floss
bobbins.
drops?
Like, you know how they have like those thread organizer things,
Oh, yeah.
you know, that are paper? Like, I bought some once and I used them all, but it's like, they're so ugly. Like, this is so much more Satsuma Street, okay?
Yeah, it's super cute.
It
I love
fits the theme.
It does. It totally does.
Because, spoiler, There's Satsuma Street in here.
Oh, look at that. Haha.
And I don't know why, but in my brain, I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so humongous. But they're not. I've seen them in person. They're like the size of a mill-hill. They're small.
Yeah, they look, they're deceptively big in the picture. They're not, they don't actually finish this big.
It's 38 by 58 stitches.
Which I like because they were a little bigger.
So and she puts her little thread whatever's like packages in little baker's twine. It's hot pink.
Oh, she does.
And she even gives you a needle.
Oh man, she's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, mill-hill kits come with that too. But
Yeah, they do, which is kind of nice because everything's
there.
It's already there.
You just stirred it. So, but I'm extra. And I sewed, which, by the way, when I'm done with this, I will be taking off this fabric because this is Lori Holt Shabby and it's not going to waste. So I have it. I sewed it.
So smart to do.
Okay, so this is not my brainchild. I heard about this from Kim, the Contented Needleworker. She was saying she went to the attic and they were doing a thing on there and blah, blah, blah. And anyway, so.
That is so smart.
And then I marked on the back with X so I could start in the center.
Look at you.
I got it on 8x8, baby. And then I just like wrapped it so I didn't have to like get the extra bobs on there.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Things. The only thing I have to do is pick a needle minder. And I already have my working copy in there so I can mark off where I go as I go.
Love it.
So that is going to be a start.
Cool.
And I have other stitching, but it's actually really secret and I can't share it at all.
Oh.
And one of them I might be able to share, but I have to ask.
Oh.
So
fair enough. Oh, and I had one more for my haul that I forgot.
Haul.
Sorry, it's okay.
Okay.
It's totally cool. I wanted to share it because I was super excited.
Oh, did you get that?
Yeah.
You got that.
Yeah, so
Oh. Well, of course you did.
Kitten Stitcher did a collaboration with Plum Street and Shakespeare's Peddler,
Which is the same person. Kitten Stitcher and Shakespeare's Peddler is the same person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, just the title of the.
That's
design.
really confusing.
Anyway,
Because
sorry.
Teresa Jeanette, Kitten Stitcher, and Shakespeare's Peddler is all the same person.
It's all the same person. Yeah, sorry.
So if you don't know, you're like, what?
That's why. That's why I read it that way. So anyway, but
cute.
so she did a collaboration with Plum Street Samplers,
Yes.
and I absolutely had to have it.
It's an exclusive.
Mm-hmm. And I had it in my cart, and then
you hemmed and hawed.
well, no, she had a death in the family, and so
Oh, that's sad.
it was.
I didn't know about that.
She closed down her shop, and anyway, so I had to wait to get it, which was totally fine. So our thoughts and prayers go out to her for her loss.
I didn't know about that. That sucks.
It was on her website for a while. So, anyways, this is the pattern. It's called Stars and Stripes, and it's still available, but it's only available through Kitten Stitcher
Currently.
for when
It'll be released probably
she
at
said
market.
till June of 2024.
Oh, okay.
That's just what,
So it'll either be released
Oops.
at like Expo next year or
there we go.
at the following
So
market.
I loved it so much. I had to have it.
Well, you're also like a complete like obsessed.
I'm obsessed with Plum Street.
Yeah. So I would say like your top 3
Mm-hmm.
is Plum Street, Teresa Kogut, and I grouped these two together because they're, I mean, y'all understand, but Little House and Country
Cottage Needlework.
They're hyphen.
And I have a lot of
Slash.
favorite designers, but I think for whatever
When
reason
you gravitate.
I gravitate. But anyway, this one is it was such a beautiful pattern. I had to have it. And then because for whatever reason I didn't have this in my stash. I'm sure it's an older pattern, but this is summer delivery. Apparently I was in a patriotic mood,
Well,
and so I needed that one too. So anyway, so thank you so much for that, Kitten Stitcher.
yeah,
Thank you. And
for offering that.
yeah,
And
beautiful.
Paulette, we already know you're amazing.
Oh man, I have a problem. It's a problem. Anyways,
It's a good problem. Okay, so back to plants.
sorry,
It's okay.
derail.
It's okay. It was hiding in her
It was.
stuff.
I know. Sorry.
Okay, so I picked 2 cross stitches that are Mirabilia that I want to focus on. They are WIPS, and it works out because my WIP go for August, one of them is this stitch. So and it has been a stitch and I didn't work on it. So I'll be able to mark those boxes off. But the first one is, no, I'll do this one first. Hold on. Is Winter White Santa by Mirabilia. There, I park, so there's threads. Sorry.
You're fine.
And
I love this fabric.
So this fabric is Twilight Blue Linen by Witchelt that I over dyed with Grit dye.
To add the purple?
To add purple and blue. There was, actually, this color is navy that I added.
Oh.
And then this other color is like teal or aquamarine or something.
Turned out, it's perfect.
And
for that.
I literally got it wet, put Dawn on it so that it was all like, I got all the sizing out. And then I rinsed it with cold water. And then I sat it on, like I scrunched it up. And then I put it on like a cookie sheet. I have a cookie sheet that I have just for dyeing fabric.
I do too.
And I just spooned it on, just like straight dye, not diluted. Because the fabric was already wet. So,
yeah.
And I was like, what's the worst that could happen? I hate it and I just like rinse it out. Okay. But I loved it. So
yeah, it turned out beautiful. It's really, really
so
pretty.
this is, oh, so you know what it looks like.
Yeah.
You probably already do because it's, you know, been around a while. But, and I showed it in my last, the last video. But, so I am currently right here where his beard is.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like I'm right here where his beard is. I did a center start like most Mirabilias. And so that's where I am. Yeah, so that's
love it.
that one. And do you have one?
I do have one that I'm working on for the same.
Okay, I'll just show mine and
Yeah,
then
show
you
your other
show
one.
yours.
Yep.
Okay, and then the other one I have is Cathedral Woods Goddess. This was actually a gift from one of my best friends from college. She got it for me for my birthday right in the middle of the pandemic. It was like,
oh, wow.
The pandemic started in early March. My birthday is the end of March. And so 1 2 3 Stitch was inundated because everyone's like, cross stitch. And so like
We only
this
need something
didn't
to
come
do.
until like April or something,
Oh,
the
boy.
end of April. It's funny because that's when John's birthday is, and he was like, I guess it's my birthday. And I'm like, it's my birthday gift. I'm like, heck no. So this is Cathedral Woods Goddess.
She's really cool.
The picture doesn't do it justice. It just doesn't.
They
And they
never
never do. And I am stitching this. I restarted it. It was, no, I didn't restart it. I restarted Winter White Santa. I actually frogged what I had and because I wanted to not buy more fabric. I know, who am I? Anyways, but this one is the called for fabric cafe latte linen by Witchelt that I over dyed. Same rinse
Oh, like
repeat
this, okay.
situation with the Winter White Santa, but I used fall colors.
Oh, so you added the orange?
Orange and there's green in there.
Oh.
And I did a lot of like rinsing out. So I did like steps. So like I let it sit for 30 minutes and then I rinsed it. And then I'm like, I want more. So then I did it again and I did it again and I did it again. And then you can kind of see where there was like a line that like it really took right there, and that's just the way it is.
Oh, you know what? That's probably gonna get covered up.
No, it won't.
No?
No. It might with her leaves.
Yeah, she's got leaves in here.
Yeah.
I bet you it'll get.
So
I mean, it doesn't look. I wouldn't have noticed. I still.
it's again with a center start, so I'm right in her like bodice, and it's got like Krennic, and this is like Krennic and silk right here. That's the silk, and then there's
she's
Krennic,
so pretty.
and
Anything teal. I mean, look at.
that Nora Corbett. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, those colors.
Oh, that totally makes sense why you want to do Nightingale, because it's blue and green.
Uh huh.
Duh. Okay, so I swear we're not friends. I swear I've only known you for what? 3 years? 2 years?
2 years.
I've only known her for 2 years.
Yeah,
2.5 years-ish.
I think we'd known each other forever.
I know, weird.
So anyway,
Okay,
so here's mine.
and I swear I won't cry this time.
I know. So yeah, apparently I made everyone cry in the last video, and I'm really sorry.
Don't be sorry.
It
was a beautiful story. That's
story
why we were crying.
Was not intended to make people sad. Actually, if anything, it makes me really happy.
Yeah.
No,
it was a beautiful story.
So, and it made people story. All like, so but anyway, I'm so sorry.
I'm over here like waterworks, like, and she's just like, what's wrong with you? Get over yourself.
So, anyway, in case you missed it last time, when I was pregnant with my second child.
Are you going to tell the story again?
I'll tell the story again. So, I've lost 2 babies. And for those of you who have lost a baby, you know how that is, and it's tragic.
Sad.
But at the same time, I have to look at it.
It was God's will.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for 2 healthy girls. And so I had a daughter after my first loss. And then I had another loss. And then I got pregnant with my second daughter. But before I knew that she was a girl, I always wanted a sister. So I had brothers, and I love my brothers. They're wonderful.
But they're brothers.
But they're brothers. And I was the oldest, and I was the only girl, and I always wanted a sister. And so when I was pregnant with my second one, I really was hoping she'd be a girl so that my oldest would have a sister. Are you crying?
No.
Stop. So I was shopping with my mom at our local cross-stitch shop, and I found this pattern, and it's called Guardian Angel.
Someone said this is still available.
I don't think it is. I actually think it's out of print. I could be wrong. Hold on. But it's called Guardian Angel by
I have a list of...
Mirabilia, and there's these 2 little girls.
What's the number? 71?
72.
MD 72.
MD 72. Anyway, so I was with my mom shopping at a cross-stitch store, and there was this pattern, and I said, oh my gosh, if I have a little girl, I'm stitching
It's not.
another girl.
It's still available.
Is it? Okay, well,
you
good.
can still get it.
I was wrong, and that's great, because it's a beautiful pattern.
Yes.
So anyway, and then God blessed me with a girl, so I was able to stitch it. And so here it is. And there they are.
That is beautiful.
And
I love that so much.
They're really pretty. And everyone that I told my story to, of course, is like, you need to finish that now. Because my oldest is now 21. And my youngest, Taylor, she will be 17 in October. So it tells you how long I have been working on this.
That's why I finished Mother's
that
Bliss.
Sad?
That's why I had to finish Mother's Bliss before I couldn't lift my kid up like that anymore. I was like, I need to get it done.
So in my defense, I did a lot more stitching when my girls were small and I was at home.
Yeah.
And I would stitch when they would nap and all that kind of stuff. Well, then I had to go back to work like a normal person.
Yeah.
And all of my hobbies went out the window.
That's
so this went into storage, not because I didn't want it, but just because that's just kind of how things go
it's
sometimes.
Lovely. I'm so excited.
It's beautiful.
So that's going to be the one that you're going to work on?
That's the one I'm going to work on.
For a challenge?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So we'll see how much I get done. It's been a while. But I'm excited about it. And so for those that I made cry, I'm very sorry.
Okay, I think probably the only ones that cried was me and Nina and Laura, who were sitting there
in the room. So anyway, I am very blessed. I have 2 beautiful, healthy girls, and I'm very blessed. I have no
and didn't they
sadness.
have like hair like this when they were babies?
Yeah, my girls were small. They had white blonde hair.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
Yeah, they were.
And there's a bunny.
And there's doves up here.
You know who loves bunnies? Laura.
Oh, does she?
Yes.
Yeah, she does. So anyway, so that's my stuff.
Okay, so those are your plans?
And those are my plans.
So maybe starting one of these.
I'm going to do this one. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought it'd be fun if you're stitching on it. I'll work on it.
Yes.
We'll work on it together. Okay. It's a race. No, it's not. It's totally not
you
a
would
race.
win.
No, she'll win. She'll totally
I have so many other things I have to do right now.
Oh,
it's
tell
insane.
me about it. Just so, yeah.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
So I think that's all. Mm-hmm. Let's see, maybe possibly when we might be filming again. Because today is this day.
August.
So probably not till the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
It'll be soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I don't know. Well,
before the end of the month, because August is long. So I'm hoping to have some progress done on something.
Well, maybe we might do it like
My September is going to be insane.
That's true. You're not going to have time for anything.
I won't be able to breathe.
It'll have to be after work. So, anyways.
We'll make it work.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll let you know, or we won't, and you'll just pop up.
You're just going to have to.
You'll see us when we see you, and if you stuck around this long, you're a champion.
And you're amazing.
And we appreciate you.
Very much.
So if you guys could like the video, and if you guys are enjoying the content, please subscribe. It helps us, and then it helps us know that you guys like this kind of video, and
we'll continue to do more.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions about anything we talked about or whatever that's appropriate, obviously, then feel free to ask in the comments and follow us on Instagram. She posts way more than I do on Instagram. I am one of those weird lurkers that I'm like, oh yeah, I like that, and then I never post any of my own stuff.
I've tried to get better, but
I'm terrible.
I'm kind of hit and miss.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
But if you guys want to follow us on there, that's our most active platform is Instagram. Mm-hmm. So, and our handles are down below in the description box. So,
and we're grateful for you guys. Thank you for sticking with us. And
and Heather.
Oh yeah, don't forget Heather.
Contact us,
and I'll ship you your
goodies.
price.
Yep. All right. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.